Hey everyone, this is Pastor John from Resurrection Church. I have just a little word for you. It's a word that God's been dealing with me and teaching me, and He's teaching me about happiness and joy. And I don't know about you, but I often find in my life that my happiness is tied to things that fluctuate, things that change. And so oftentimes I find myself, my happiness changing and fluctuating. Do this with me. Finish this sentence. I will be happy if, or I will be happy when. Now, whatever you put in the blank there, of course, is going to determine your happiness. I will be happy if my favorite team wins the Super Bowl, or I will be happy if my boyfriend asks me to marry him, or I will be happy if I get this job promotion, or I'll be happy when everyone else in the world will learn to listen to me and follow what I do. I'm joking, of course, but some people live their life like that. If the day goes by according to their plan, they're happy. But if somebody interrupts their plan, they're unhappy. Some people look to happiness on relationships, and so if the relationships go well, they're happy. When the relationships don't go well, they're unhappy. Some look to happiness in things like people's opinion of themselves. If you say, hey, I'm doing a good job, I feel happy. If you say you're a terrible person, I feel unhappy. And so it fluctuates up and down. So many things that we turn to and hope to find happiness are things that change. Now, I don't know if that's the way the Bible meant it to be, the way that God meant it to be. In fact, it's not. See, God did not intend for you to find your happiness and joy in the changeableness of circumstances. He intended for you to find your joy and delight and happiness in the constancy of our God, in the unchangeableness of our God. Not in the changeableness of circumstances, but in the unchangeableness of our God. Why? Because God Himself is a happy God. See, when you look to your circumstances to make you happy, you're going to be like the guys on the ocean who have to suffer the waves that go up and they go down, they go up and they go down. So you're worried what people think about you. If they think greatly about you, you're happy. If they think bad about you, you're sad. And so you're worried and you're under their control. But if you find your joy and delight in God, who is a happy God, who is an unchanging God, that's a different level of happiness. That's a different perspective here. See, the psalmist says this. In Psalm 16 it says this, I have set the Lord continually before me. Because He is at my right hand, He's continually before me, because He's right next to me, I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad and my glory rejoices. Let me read it to you again. I have set the Lord continually before me. Because He is at my right hand and He's there to stay, I will not be shaken. I will not be tossed up and down and fluctuate round and round. Therefore, my heart is glad, happy, joyous, and my glory rejoices. So where are you finding your happiness? Are you finding your happiness in the changeableness of circumstances, or in the constancy of our God, who says, I will give you my joy? Jesus says this. He says, these things I have spoken to you so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. Listen, don't look to circumstances or situations that change to make you happy. Don't look to things to go your way to make you happy. At the end of the day, you and I were made to find our delight and happiness and joy in the Lord, who never changes, who Himself is a happy God. And that's for another video. He is a happy God who's full of joy. In His presence is fullness of joy. In fact, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, etc., etc. Find your joy and your happiness in Christ, who never changes, who never fluctuates, who never is moody, going up and down. If you're a believer in Jesus Christ, your joy ought to be found in Him. Not in the changeableness of circumstances, but in the constancy of our unchanging God. I'm Pastor John Corp. Have a wonderful day.